Have you ever wondered how your daily habits impact your life? Each day we engage in a series of actions, some conscious, others automatic. These actions, known as habits, wield a powerful influence over our lives. They're like invisible architects quietly shaping our existence. From the moment we wake to the second we sleep, habits guide our behavior, carving out our routines and ultimately, sculpting our destiny. Habits, however, aren't inherently good or bad. They're simply patterns of behavior. It's their nature, whether beneficial or detrimental, that determines their impact. A habit of reading daily, for instance, can expand our knowledge and improve our cognitive abilities. Conversely, a habit of unhealthy eating can lead to health issues over time. Recognizing this, it's crucial to cultivate good habits. They're the stepping stones to personal and professional growth, the catalysts for achievement and success. Understanding the power of habits is the first step to taking control of your life. But why do we form habits in the first place? This question takes us on a journey deep into the human brain. Our brain is an incredible machine, always looking for ways to save effort. And one of the ways it does this is by creating habits. You see, a habit is essentially an automatic behavior that we've learned from repeated experience. It's our brain's way of going into autopilot, allowing us to perform tasks without thinking about them consciously. When we perform a task for the first time, our brain works hard, processing tons of information, but as we repeat the task, our brain starts to simplify the process, creating a mental shortcut. This is how habits are formed. Now, the bedrock of habit formation is what we call the habit loop. It consists of three components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. First, we have the cue. This is the trigger that initiates the behavior. It could be anything from a location, a time of day, an emotional state, or even other people. For example, the sound of your alarm clock in the morning might be the cue that triggers your morning routine. Next, we have the routine. This is the actual behavior or action that you perform. In the morning alarm example, the routine might be brushing your teeth, making coffee, or even hitting the snooze button. Finally, we have the reward. This is the positive reinforcement that tells your brain, hey, this routine is worth remembering. The reward could be the feeling of freshness after brushing your teeth, the taste of coffee, or the extra few minutes of sleep. The beauty of the habit loop is that it's a continuous cycle. The reward not only reinforces the habit but also strengthens the association between the cue and the routine. This makes the habit more automatic over time. By understanding the habit loop, you can start to change your habits in your life. Indeed, once you comprehend the science behind habits, you hold the power to shape your behaviors and ultimately your destiny. So, how can you start forming good habits? Let's begin by breaking down the process into clear, manageable steps. First things first, setting clear goals is paramount. It's like setting a destination before embarking on a journey. What do you want to achieve? Maybe you want to read more, exercise daily, or perhaps eat healthier. The more specific your goal, the clearer the path towards it becomes. For instance, instead of saying, I want to read more, you might say, I want to read one chapter of a book every night before bed. Once you've set your goal, it's time to start small. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are good habits. If your goal is to exercise daily, don't start by running a marathon on the first day. Maybe start with a 10-minute walk, then gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts. The key is to make the habit so easy that you can't say no to it. Now this brings us to the third step, maintaining consistency. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on the horse the next day. Consistency is what turns actions into habits. A helpful strategy here might be to attach your new habit to an existing one. For example, if your goal is to read more, you could make it a habit to read a chapter right after dinner each night. This way, dinner acts as a trigger for your reading habit. But what about those days when motivation seems to have taken a vacation? Well, that's where rewards come in. Rewarding yourself after completing your habit can make the process more enjoyable. It could be something as simple as a cup of your favorite tea after a workout, or a few minutes of relaxation after reading. In essence, forming good habits is like building a bridge. Each day, each action is a brick in that bridge, and over time you'll find that you've built a path that leads directly to your goals. Remember, forming good habits is a gradual process that requires patience and persistence. So keep going, one step, one brick, one day at a time. What can you expect when you start forming good habits? Picture this. You're living a life where you're healthier, more productive, and your relationships are thriving. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But it's not. It's the impact of good habits. When you form good habits, they become the building blocks of your life. You start to see improvements in your health because you're eating better, exercising regularly, and prioritizing your sleep. You're more productive because you've made a habit of organizing your tasks, setting goals, and focusing on one task at a time. And let's not forget about relationships. Good habits like effective communication, active listening, and showing appreciation can significantly improve your connections with others. But the most remarkable thing about good habits is, they're not just about the immediate benefits, they're about the long-term transformation they bring to your life. Good habits can lead to a healthier body, a sharper mind, and a happier heart. Good habits can truly transform your life. Let's recap what we've covered in this video. We started with the power of habits, learning how they have the potential to shape our lives, steering us towards success or failure. We explored the science behind habit formation, understanding it's a process, not an event, and the importance of consistency and repetition. We then delved into the practical steps on how to form good habits, emphasizing the need to start small, be consistent, and make the habit a part of your identity. We also understood how rewarding ourselves after accomplishing our goals helps to reinforce these habits. Finally, we looked at the impact of good habits, realizing that they are the building blocks of a successful life. They help us to be more productive, happier, and healthier. Remember, forming good habits isn't just about self-improvement, it's about creating the life you want to live.